Amy, listen to me. It's just that you cannot wear your heart on your sleeve if you want to be a nurse. Otherwise, you're not going to survive the heartaches you see every day.
I can handle what happens here at the hospital. It's at home where I'm having the trouble.
Is it Laura?
Leslie's so worried about her, and so am I.
Nobody's heard anything yet?
No, and I don't know how much longer Leslie can go on waiting for the phone to ring.
You're going. Would you mind picking these up with me? After all, you did bump into me. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Could at least help such rudeness. I'm sorry.
Medallion.
Hutch, is that you?
Yeah. Lucy? Laura?
Yeah, I'm at the post office.
Anything go wrong? Did Luke get the black book?
No, he got it all right, but I'm very worried.
Did someone question his identification?
No, Luke showed him your ID, and they gave him the envelope that he mailed in care of general delivery. That part of it is fine, but there's a man, and I'm really scared about it.
What man?
He was in line behind Luke, and when Luke started out at the post office, the man got out of line without being waited on, and then he started after Luke. I tried to stop him by bumping into this woman who had a lot of packages with her, but I don't know if I gave Luke enough time to get away.
Were you able to warn him at all?
No, because he made me promise to stay here no matter what happened, because he was afraid that if someone followed him, that I might get hurt.
All right, Luke's cool. He knows he's got dynamite on him. He's going to be very careful.
Hutch, I am so frightened.
Stay where you are for another few minutes, then come back to the bar.
But what if Luke's in trouble?
You'll give the man the slip if he's following him. The safest place for Luke at the moment is out on the street. No one's going to risk gunning him down there in public in the middle of the day.
We can't be sure of that.
Take it from me, I'm sure.
Well, okay. I mean, I guess there's nothing else I can do.
Just hang loose for a while longer, then get back here. I promise you Luke's going to be all right. $10 million and my soul's on fire. And left-handed boy, you hold the key. Ah, left-handed boy, where can you be?
Come in. Daddy!
Hello, darling.
Oh, Daddy.
Surprise?
Oh, am I ever? What a beautiful surprise.
How good it is to see you.
Oh, it's wonderful seeing you. You can't imagine how miserable I've been.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it was for your protection.
I can't stand being cooped up in this house with only my aunt to talk to. But I've had time to think.
And?
I'm no longer in love with Luke Spencer.
You don't know how glad I am to hear you say that.
You've been waiting to hear that, haven't you?
To hear you say it and mean it.
I really do mean it.
All right. I've come to see you here for two reasons. One, I want you to be ready at a moment's notice to join me on a trip to Europe.
Daddy, how exciting.
But don't talk to anyone about the trip. Let it be our secret.
I promise.
And I have another surprise for you.
You know I love surprises.
This is quite a special one from Port Charles. How would you like to chat with a lady who's very concerned about your welfare?
Susan Moore.
No, not Susan. Dr. Leslie Weber.
Really? That is surprising.
Yes. I thought I'd let her come here for a short visit. Would you like that?
Why, yes, I suppose so.
There's something I need from Leslie Weber, but I don't want to ask her directly.
And what's that, Dad?
Well, it's not vital. I'd just like to know the whereabouts of Luke and Laura. There's some important information I need from Luke. And I thought she would speak to you more easily than to me.
Hutch, have you heard from Luke?
No, not yet.
Oh, I'm scared.
All right, wait, whoa. Come on, sit down here a minute. Catch your breath.
Well, I ran all the way.
Let me get you something to drink.
Yeah, thanks. I can't understand where he is. I really can't.
Well, look, he probably took the long way around, trying to lose whoever's following him.
Yeah, but he didn't even see that guy step out of line.
All right, what does this guy look like?
I don't know. I remember he had a jacket on that had patches at the elbows.
All right, what color was his hair?
Yes, I couldn't see his hair. He was wearing a cowboy hat, I think, and he was about medium height, I guess.
Anything else? His eyes?
No, I was so scared. I didn't take notice.
All right, look, if this guy's the hitman, he's probably not going to make any moves.
Look, Hutch, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe I just imagined the whole thing. A guy could have stepped out of line because he'd forgotten something, and maybe he really wasn't following Luke.
Right on.
I guess, we've been on the run so long. I've gotten so that I'm just suspicious of everyone I meet.
Well, I certainly don't blame you for that.
But we should have heard from Luke by now.
All right, look, just don't worry about him.
I
think he's all right.
I can't do that. I can't. I'm sorry.
I think it's real nice that you're as concerned as you are about your old man. But I think he can take care of himself.
I'm concerned about all of us staying alive.
All right, cool it, you're Sally.
Hi, Sally.
Hi, kids.
Well, this place really looks great, huh?
Yeah, let's hope we have a big opening night.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great.
Passenger Michael O'Brien, report to the ticket counter, please. Passenger Michael O'Brien to the ticket counter.
The medallion. Sally speaking.
Hi, Sally. This is Lloyd. Can I talk to Lucy?
Sure, hon. Lucy, it's that man of yours.
Thank you.
And tell him that we got a lot of work to do before the opening, okay, hon?
Yeah, I will.
There you go.
Lloyd, you don't know how glad I am that you called.
Okay, baby. I'm all right.
Luke, there was a man following you.
I didn't see anybody.
You didn't?
No. But I cut through a lot of back alleys to get here. I don't know, maybe there was somebody tailing me. I'm not sure. Look, I'm going to come back to the bar right away. I don't want Sally to get suspicious.
Yeah, she's been asking about you already.
Okay. Now listen very carefully. I'm in the bus station. I put the book in a locker here. I'm taking the key, and I'm gonna tape it inside the earpiece of the phone I'm speaking from. I bought some tape. I'm in the very first public telephone booth next to the lockers. I want you to understand that just in case.
In case of what?
In case anything happens to me, I want you to be able to get a hold of this book.
Oh, Luke, I'm so scared.
Well, that makes two of us, baby. Stay pretty. I'll be back there as soon as I can.
Be careful, please. Be careful.
I will. I will. Well, that is the kind of greeting that I like and appreciate.
I was so worried about you.
Well, I'm okay, right?
Oh, but I thought I was never going to see you again.
Hey, no such luck, Spudnuts.
Oh. Are you positive that nobody followed you?
Well, I can't really be sure. What did this guy look like?
Hutch asked me the same thing. It all happened so fast. I really can't remember, except that I know he had on this jacket, and it had patches on the elbows, and he was wearing a cowboy hat. And he was, I guess, about medium build. I don't know.
Well, okay, that's at least somebody for us to look for, or keep our eye out for. Look, I want you to listen very carefully. Now, if I was followed, and they try to move in on us, this is what I want you to do if anything happens to me.
Don't say that, please. I don't...
Laura, if anything happens to me, you know where the book is, you know where the key to the locker is. I want you to get the book immediately and take it to the Fair Oaks Police Department.
But you said never to go to the police.
I know what I said. I know what I said. Just do it. Take it to the police department. Don't let them know that you've got it right away. Have them call Joe Kelly in Port Charles. Make sure they don't call anybody else. Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, great. Hi, Sal.
Well, what took you so long, Lloyd?
Oh, I was just explaining that to Lucy. I had a great idea, and I wanted to surprise you with it. I went out, I tried to find a mirrored ball. You know, I thought for the opening we could hang it right up there, shoot it with a bunch of colored lights, right? It'd be real flashy for the opening, you know? I know it doesn't go with the decor here, but it'll be a great opening, right? But forget it. Forget it. Nobody in Fair Oaks has got any mirrored balls. I'm sorry, I'm late, but it won't happen again.
Yeah, it better not.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you better get busy now.
Okay, I'm here to work. Point me in a direction.
Well, you can help Lucy get that stuff out of that box over there.
Well, what is all this in it?
Oh, there's just some decorations. And then there's a banner in there that I'm going to put over the stage. But I want to do that myself, so it look just right, you know?
Jawohl, Frau Führer.
All right, all right. I have some things to do in the kitchen. You guys get to it now.
Come on, my little Liebchen. We got to work very hard. The woman is a slave forever. She wants all this stuff put up.
How do you know somebody was following me?
Because there was this guy who was standing behind you in line at the post office, and as soon as you went out, he started to follow you. So I tried to stop him, you know, or at least delay him.
Good girl.
Well, there's this woman coming in with a whole lot of packages, so I bumped into her, and I hoped that maybe he would stop, you know, and help us pick up the packages. But he didn't. He pushed right past us, and he went out right after you.
Well, I kept my eyes peeled in the streets, but, I mean, it's possible that I could have missed this guy.
I really hope I'm wrong about this.
Well, if it's our hitman, you're in more danger than you were before because he knows you got a good look at him.
Well, maybe he didn't know that I was with you.
Laura, if anybody knows I'm Luke Spencer, they know you're Laura Baldwin, wig or no wig.
Why, Mrs. Johnson, this place is really coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, it's not that great discotheque, I vaguely recall, but then again, it is not your basic Calhoun Steiner either, is it?
No, it's certainly not.
No, it's not. How much more of the stuff do we have to put up?
Well, I guess whatever's left in that box. Could you hand that to me?
Yeah. That box is full. We put all that up, it's going to look like the 4th of July in here.
Yeah. 4th of July. That sure seems like a long time ago.
Come here, baby. I think you better take a break. Sit down a while. You want something to drink?
No, thanks.
It's on the house, you know. Sally's not around.
Thanks, I'm not thirsty.
Park it. 4th of July, huh? You're thinking about home, aren't you?
Home? And a lot of other things. Your wedding.
Oh. My fight with Scott? I've wondered myself what would have happened if I hadn't been KO'd over the side of that boat. What would have happened is very simple. I would have had to marry, what's her name? Jennifer? And then, of course, I'd had a very convenient, timely, and fatal accident.
So, no matter how bad things are right now, you are still better off.
Definitely, no doubt about it. I am a lot better off. You, however, have been dragged into a rotten mess.
Luke, you never asked to be in this mess either. Luke, I walked into this whole thing with my eyes wide open. Look, aren't you proud of me? I mean, aren't you proud of me for the way I handled myself in the post office today?
I am. That was great. I'll tell you, you're really learning some sleazy underground tricks on this adventure, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, you know, it could have turned out differently. You could have really been hurt.
The only thing that hurts me is when you shut me out.
Do I shut you out?
Yeah, you do. When you think something is too dangerous for me. Luke, I want to be with you every minute, all the way.
Thank you. But I can't promise you that.
Luke, listen to me. I would rather die beside you than have to die inside, wondering whether or not I'm ever going to see you again.
Are you telling me that no matter what happens, you would stand by your man?
That's right. We're going to make it. We are going to make it right to the top. We are going to outwit
With Frank Smith.
When will you be leaving for Port Charles,
I
Dad?
have to go back tomorrow for an important meeting.
Meeting.
Ah, it must be for me. I told Francis to reach me here. Smith speaking. Oh, yes, Francis. Would you hold on a minute? Darling, would you join your aunt downstairs? I'd love to have some lunch.
Translation. My father's going to have a conversation I'm not supposed to hear. See you later.
Yes, Francis. Oh, very good. I'll hang up right away. You say I'll be hearing from both the men? Excellent. Hello.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
It's Hutch. Can you talk?
Not really.
Okay. I know what you're wondering about.
I'm sure you do.
Well, the reason you haven't heard from me is because I've had one hassle after another.
Such as?
Roadblocks, running from the cops, you name it. Absolutely no chance to get the black book.
And why not?
Luke never has it on him. It's been hidden every step of the way. Now listen, what about this second man? He hasn't contacted me in Fair Oaks. Why not?
He will in good time.
But I don't even know who to look for.
Don't worry, he knows. He'll be in contact.
Smith may be on it. I gotta move fast.
Nurse Rojas report to...
Oh, there you are.
Nurse Rojas.
Trying to find you today's a full-time job. Hello, Amy.
Hi, Mr. Rooney.
Well, I guess you could have guessed I'd be on the main floor.
Can you take a break, Jess?
Oh, Dan, I'm sorry. I really can't.
Well, then, can we talk privately?
You know, I'm going to finish these over there.
Oh, thank you, Amy.
You remember I said I wanted to have a serious talk with you.
Yes, I remember that.
Maybe we could have dinner tonight?
Well, is there something special you have to talk about tonight?
Special to me.
Dan, look, look at all this. I'm so busy and I'm short-handed and I want to have a full staff here tonight. I just don't know about dinner.
Okay, then lunch tomorrow.
Well, that's a possibility, yeah.
I want to talk about this trial marriage of ours.
Please keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, but I'm serious, Jessie. I want to make the arrangement permanent.
All right. You said what you wanted to say, so there really isn't any point in our having to meet, is there?
Oh, Jessie, you try my patience. But you better have an answer when next we meet, be it tonight or lunch tomorrow. Good night.
Dr. Cochran called the lab on 2. Dr. Cochran called the lab on 2.
We're checking out, Jesse.
All right, Steve.
You want to put me on call, Jesse?
No further word about Patty, I guess.
No, and I want to be here if there is any.
Okay. You have a nice day, Jesse. Good night.
Good night.
Jeff, you'll be stopping by the house tonight.
Yeah, if there's nothing on Patty later on. I want to talk to Jeremy and Ann. We've got a lot to talk about.
Dr. Smith reported.
Jeremy.
I can explain.
I was beginning to worry about you.
Yeah, I know I should have called.
Yes, you should have called.
Well, the team was trying out for practice, and I just had to be there.
Tried out? Jeremy, you know you can't get involved with that kind of activity. What did the teacher think? You could try out even?
I just wanted to be with the gang.
Oh, honey.
Well, after all, I tried out and I kind of made the team.
You can't even try out. You shouldn't have.
Don't you want to know a position?
I guess.
Well, I got the bench. I'm now the executive water boy.
You devil, you. You wonderful, beautiful devil. Oh, you good.
Yes?
I've been checking on Hutch.
And?
Everything you suspected is true. Luke Spencer mailed the black book to himself from Beecher's Corners. The letter was addressed to Hutch, and Luke used Hutch's ID to pick it up in general delivery at the post office.
This proves I was right that Hutch is sold out.
Absolutely. Hutch could have picked up the black book himself, but instead he turned his ID over to Spencer.
This is all I need to hear. I was correct the first time. When the time is right, take all three out the way we discussed it.
Fine.
And do it soon. That's an order.
Well, how you doing there, Lucy May?
Great. I've used about every decoration in this box.
Good. Well, whatever you do, do not, I repeat, do not put the banner up over the stage. Her nibs wants to do that herself.
I know. Hutch. Hey, Hutch, you're pretty quiet, aren't you?
Yeah, man, why aren't you rehearsing?
I'm sorry, I was just trying to figure out what I'm going to open with tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah? Hey, where were you a little while ago?
I was up in my room.
Oh, yeah? You taking a little nap?
Yeah, I was getting a little shut-eye.
You know, you about a lazy sucker.
Hey, man, I'm the musician here. I'm not a common laborer like certain people.
Whoa, excuse me. I seem to recall some music you made at a certain diner not too long ago.
Oh, no, wait, you mentioned that to Sally, man.
And you what, squirrel bait? What will you do?
I'm going to make sure
He'll get temperamental, and he'll refuse to play tonight, right?
Right. Hey, that's a blessing. That's no threat. You kidding?
What's the threat?
Oh, nothing, Sally. We're just kidding around.
Well, you guys should be working instead of kidding around, you know?
Well, I think we've gotten a lot accomplished already.
Well, yeah, you have, I guess.
I thank you. My wife thanks you, and the musical genius in the group also thanks you.
Hey, just don't thank me, because I didn't do any of it.
Hey, listen, he got rid of 2 worthless bums out of my place. That's enough.
That was self-preservation, simply self-preservation. We needed the jobs. So we got rid of one bartender and one musician with the old 1-2.
Hey,
watch out.
I'm ready for
I'm
you.
sick of you, you know?
Hey.
You know, you guys, I think maybe we went a little too far with this place. It's a little garish.
Garish? I think it's kind of tasty, don't you?
Well, I just want this to be a night to remember, you know?
That's what we're all looking for, Lloyd, right? Nice to remember?
That's right. We sure as hell don't want any more nights we can't remember. Do we, Lucy?